Welcome one and all to Quick to Know. This is the first episode of Quick to Know Classics. There are spoilers, I am your speaker, and now onto the book we are knowing. The Book of Now is Slaughterhouse-Five by Kurt Vonnegut, also called The Children's Crusade, A Duty Dance with Death. It is an anti-war book about the author's experience in the firebombing of Dresden. So it goes. The main character is named Billy Pilgrim. He can go between all his life but cannot control when he does. Once he went to bed as a widower and woke up on his wedding day. Kurt Vonnegut is an author with other books like 2081, Harrison Bergeron, Player Piano, and Galapagos. He was born in November 1922 and died in April 2007. He wrote Slaughterhouse-Five in 1969, 24 years after the firebombing of Dresden. The firebombing of Dresden happened on February 13th. Some consider it to be a war crime, as they did hit the city center and avoided the suburbs of the manufacturing. And the city center was full of refugees. But also Stalin told the Allies in the Yalta Conference to destroy it. I'm sorry if my mic sounds strange because I'm sitting in a rotating chair. The first chapter is all about the author's story and how he survived it. So it goes. So it goes is a sentence which appears whenever its death is talked about in the Trinfalendorians. I don't know if I can say it. In the second chapter of the book, he starts telling his story. Billy Pilgrim's story. So it goes. Due to the fact that the story isn't in chronological order, I'll try to explain as best I can. Billy Pilgrim was born in 1922 Ilion, New York. He's a high school graduate who took courses on optometry before being drafted into the war. When he returned home, he returned to school and got engaged, went to a psych hospital, and got a job as an optometrist. Later, his son became a Green Beret, and also he, at the same time, did not like his daughter. When he was old, she thought he was senile. Once, in 1944, he became unstuck in time. He was a chaplain's aide and was currently lost in the Ardennes forest after the Battle of the Bulge. A few others were with him as he was wandering around the forest. He was later captured by the Germans. He woke up in 1968 when he was in his office checking the eyes of a patient. He opened the window and later went to the Lions Club, which he was the president of. At the club, he heard a speech from an officer about Vietnam. After that, he woke up walking down the street in the outskirts of Germany and ended up at a rail yard and was put on a train to a POW camp. On his daughter's wedding night, he was taken to Tralfamadore. That's what I think it is. On the way there, he asked the Tralfamadorians a simple question: why? They responded that it is a very earthly question and there is just no why. He was later taken to a zoo on Tralfamadore, where he was shooting a glass dome with a collection of things stolen from Earth, as Tralfamadore has an atmosphere made of cyanide. Back in 1945, he was placed in a POW camp, was washed, and was given an overcoat that was just a bit too small. He got a dog tag and was stuck in a camp with a few English officers in the middle of a giant Russian POW camp. They had a nice feast of sorts of things for care packages that they just had a lot of. Billy Pilgrim also set himself on fire, so he got sent out to the hospital. At the hospital, he had an amazing dream about being a giraffe, and woke up later at the Veterans Psych Hospital, and he was next to the man who introduced him to his favorite author, Hilgor Trout, who likes writing about science fiction. He was taken to Dresden's Slaughterhouse-Five basement after he was moved out of the POW camp. There, he met a few other POWs and some refugees. 2 days later, the firebombing of Dresden happened. If you want to know more about the plot or what happened in Dresden, you've got to read the book and get it at your local library.